What's up, you guys? Infinite Space News here. Snapple fact of the day: Mongolians invented lemonade around 1299 AD, which I did not know that at all, so that's pretty cool. Now today is a little bit of a different episode. It's space news because this is the news of today, but it is only one story, and the news is about the future. So, you know. It's just sort of a discussion I want to have, really, and you guys better comment about this, or else I don't know. Nobody really comments, but anyway, the topic of today is about what the U.S. Air Force has said about China recently regarding space. So the U.S. Air Force, they had some type of study, they call it, recently, where they said they believe that the Chinese government, their anti-satellite weapons are a national threat to the U.S. and possibly anywhere, in my opinion, is what I would say. But they say it's specifically a national threat to the U.S. And so they also believe that this type of weapon would aid them in what they believe is their plan for world takeover, and the U.S. believes that they are planning to take over the world militarily, politically, and economically, and they plan to do this, the Chinese plan to do this, with space, using space as a type of weapon. This is what the U.S. thinks. Now the only difference between the U.S. and China, or the really main difference, is that the U.S. has a lot more commercial and private companies, mainly SpaceX, and China does not, and this gives the U.S. quite a big advantage, actually. And so I really thought this was quite interesting, because I feel like this does reflect what the future of space will look like. It will likely become some type of a military zone, at least around the world, because of course it will. I mean, if you can take over more area, it likely will become a place of military warfare, and that is a shame, in my opinion, that this wonderful thing that we have called space is being used for military purposes and to gain power over others, but really that's just how it's probably going to be, and it's just a shame, in my opinion. And I'm really hoping that these predictions are far-fetched, though I don't believe they are. I feel like China's plan is definitely, in some aspects or in some way, to take over the world, or at least take over more land than they have now, more area than they have now, and have a way greater influence than they have now, because they have been very suspicious. They do seem to be very interested in making space a military zone, and honestly, it makes sense from their standpoint to use space as a military zone, because not many people can have a say in how space is used. It's sort of an international place, at least right now. And I was kind of hoping it would stay like that for a while, but it hasn't really. And this sort of concerns me, because I feel like this type of attitude will carry over to the moon landing, and Mars landing, where, if you guys watched yesterday, you saw that Russia has claimed Venus as their own planet. And I feel like that type of attitude will definitely carry over to the moon and Mars. That China or the U.S., or basically any country, I'm just saying China and the U.S. because they are the superpowers of the world, will try to claim the entire moon or the entire planet of Mars, or at least a large majority of it. Because, I mean, think about this, like, the U.S. already tried to claim the moon when they put a flag on it. And so you can imagine that China and the U.S. will definitely do both of those things. especially with the advanced technology we have now, they're going to try that. It's just guaranteed. So I'm very sad to see this happening, but I believe it will happen very soon. And I want you guys to tell me in the comments below what you think about this. Do you think this will become a issue in the coming years? Like, how soon do you think this will become an issue? In my opinion, I think this will become an issue in at least like 2 years, maybe 3. Especially around the time when all these countries are planning to go to the moon, it's definitely going to become an issue then. Because all these countries, not just the US and China, but India, Russia, Japan even, all of them are planning to go to the moon around 2024. Now, the only reason I believe, as you guys might have heard before in other videos, that the US will get to the moon first is because they have these private companies like SpaceX, and specifically SpaceX. It has a brilliant like designs and whatnot, and they're very fast. The history has proven that. But then again, we don't know what's going on in China. At least in the US, we don't know. And really, every country could have something up their sleeves that we don't know about. So I'm very scared to see what will come of this type of space race to the moon and Mars, which you guys have heard me joke about it being a space race, but really it is. And I just want it to not be a entirely political thing, and at least have some type of benefit for the scientific minds of the world. And I know it probably won't happen like that, but I'm hoping something of great use and goodness comes out of this, and not just military violence. So that's my kind of rant about the future. So if you guys liked this, like it, subscribe so you don't miss any of these wonderful news videos, and please comment down below. Tell me what you think about this issue. I'd love to hear your opinions, whoever watches this. And yeah, that's all I have for today. So I will see you next time, and bye for now.